Hey guys, Chris and Boomer here live in the Dream Giveaway Garage.
Yep. Happy Thursday, almost to Friday.
And you know what happens on Thursdays? We grab one of the grand prize cars that you can win. Boomer puts it up on the lift so that you can see that underneath it's just as good looking as it is from the top.
That's it. And of course, today we have the 1969 Hurst Olds. Of course, this is a 455 HO car. It does have the automatic transmission. I think it's a turbo 400. Is that what it is?
It's a turbo 400.
Yeah.
3-speed.
3-speed. I'm sorry. It's a 350 then. With the his and her shifter in it. Beautiful car. And obviously, the reason we show you this is because we're proud of these cars because they are super clean. And we've talked about it before. We're not going to go out and buy one of these cars to bring in to give away if it's a half of a restoration. And a half of a restoration is when you just paint the outside and make the engine bay look nice, but then you get it up and there is crap and rust and garbage everywhere. Not what we do here.
That's right, only the finest cars for you guys out there who are helping out 8 great charities. In fact, PJ, why don't you show our Facebook fans those 8 great charities that are helped out every time you enter to win a Dream Giveaway. 1969 Hurst Olds, not only one of 906.
Number 1 of 906, yes.
Yeah, that's absolutely right, Boomer. Let's start from the tail. Show them what we got.
Like we normally do. I mean, the one thing you notice once you get this up here, look how clean these bumpers are. They're amazing. Normally, these bumpers, the chrome starts to peel around the back of them. It peels around where your bumper studs go in. Not here. Of course, chrome tips are beautiful. Brand new gas tank on this car. Absolutely gorgeous. Exhaust is in good shape. Of course, rear end. What does this car have in it for a rear end? Do you remember? Is it a...
Well, it's a highway gear. My guess is probably a 336.
Okay. Well, my guess would be somewhere between a 336 and a 350.
355 somewhere.
It is a limited slip diff though, so this is a posi-track car.
Yep. That's right.
As you can see, you got a nice sway bar back here that's bolted into your rear control arms. And Chris and I were just talking about this a minute ago. This is a factory, we'll just call it a factory 4-link, okay? So you've got your lower control arms here, okay, that run from your rear end. There's your rear end mount, runs up here, runs into your mount. But up here, you have another set of upper arms that bolt to the top of the pumpkin itself, and then they're bolted into a frame that runs across and is welded in between the frame rails. So this, in essence, is a 4-link rear end. What it does is a 4-link. On a normal car, you normally have a set of lower control arms. All right. When you hit the gas, your rear end wants to roll. You're putting torque on it. It wants to roll forward or it wants to roll backwards, depending on how it's all set up. Well, what that 4-link does is it transfers all of that torque to 4 locations, so your rear end doesn't roll. And if you'll notice, if you've ever seen the underneath of like a truck, okay, what you'll see on trucks is you'll have one shock in the rear, and then you'll have another shock in the front. And what that's designed to do is to help keep it from rolling by using the shocks in the suspension to keep your rear end from rolling.
Not just on trucks. 1967 F-bodies did the same thing.
Yeah, a lot of cars did that.
Camaro and the Firebird did that.
Yep.
Before you head up there, you guys have heard about, hey, it's got a 10-bolt rear, it's got a 12-bolt rear. No better time to explain to you exactly what that means than right here.
There you go. All right, so if we start here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12-bolt rear. And what race guys will tell you is 12-bolt rears are great rear ends because they're stronger than 10 bolts.
That's what they'll tell you. Let's go on and follow the exhaust system up toward the front of the car.
Right, exhaust system obviously brand new, nice and warm. I just had cranked the car up and drove it over here. You can see how nice these floor pans are. Of course, like we always show you, all of the drains are still in place here. Yeah. Nobody's popped them all out.
Drain plugs.
Yep. Drive shaft, nice and pretty. Markings. There's your pan for your your transmission, gear shifter right there.
And I want to show something from over here.
Okay.
So we talk about numbers matching and that. If you come on over this side, Boomer, and they'll be able to see it, there's the tag right there for that turbo hydromatic.
There it is. Yep.
So you guys can see that as well. And you can see the Speedo cable coming into there.
Yep.
All right, moving forward.
All right, so of course come up from here. This is your cover for your flywheel.
And how often do you find those still on a GM vehicle?
Never, they're always gone. One, they were plastic and they would dry rot, they would crack, they would fall off. Guys would take them off, they would just go to hell with it and they wouldn't put them back on. And so you just had it exposed. It doesn't really do anything, it just keeps it from getting all nasty and dirty. But of course, this car is gonna be clean the rest of its life. So, of course, there's your starter right there. Exhaust goes up, one header here, one header there. These are interesting because they're offset headers. That's just the way this engine was designed. So your exhaust on your passenger side lets out further back than your exhaust on your driver's side, and that was done because there's other stuff back here. You're trying to route it around your linkage for your transmission.
I got to ask you, this thing has 500 foot-pounds of torque from that 455 cubic inch engine.
Yes.
Do you remember the days when people used to tie chains around the side of the engine that got the most torque so that you wouldn't break the motor mount?
Yeah. They would literally chain it. You bolt it to the frame and then you bring it up and you run it through either a header bolt or an intake bolt that was longer, and you literally tried to keep the motor from rotating. All you really ended up doing was twisting your frame because it just pulled the frame apart. And of course, you get up here. We were talking about this a minute ago too. These are Delco Performer shocks. They certainly, of course, still make these as reproduction pieces, but I don't even think that exists anymore. I'm not exactly sure, but of course, everything up here. You can see how super clean this is. Your A-arms up here. Not tubular, these are stamped steel. You are not going to, you're not going to hurt these anytime soon. Of course, all of your bushings are all very, very good condition. The rubber looks great. Belts are brand new. You can see them right there.
And it looks like power steering pump?
Power steering, yes. Get your power steering pump right there. Little underbody, little deflector, and of course the front bumper is exactly the same as the rear. It is absolutely gorgeous. The chrome on here is beautiful.
It's really nice.
One thing we'll mention to you is you see these springs. These springs are not the original springs in the car. When this car was restored and they decided to put the Kragers on instead of put the original steel wheels back on this car, they did change out the springs for a little shorter spring, so the car is a bit lower. We do have the original springs that came in the car along with the original wheels. They're over there on the bench. In fact, I tell you what, now that we've got a second, go ahead, Chris, let me go grab one of those wheels.
Okay, here, I'm going to remind you guys, come on, get right now to www.dreamgiveaway.com. Use promo code Facebook Live. Get your entries right now to win this Hurst Olds. It's the very first 1969 Hurst Olds that was ever produced. Boomer will be back here in a moment. And look at that. Here we go,
so
guys.
Just in case you were wondering.
These are 14s.
Yeah, yes, they are. These are the original wheels that came on this car. They're a steel wheel that's been chromed. You've got, of course, the Oldsmobile hubcap. You've got the little chrome inserts that go in there. But it's a standard steel wheel. This is what came on the car.
It's called an SS1 wheel for anybody who's looking for the official terminology. And the aftermarket Kragers on there. That's what we call a day one mod. You'd buy a new car, a new muscle car back in the day. You'd head right to your speed shop. You'd pick up a set of Kragers. You'd throw on some Goodyears. And down you'd go, all the way down the road or to the racetrack, wherever you're going to have some fun. Let's open up the discussion now to everybody out there on Facebook watching us today on Lift Up Thursday.
John wants to know, is the engine blueprinted and balanced too?
It's an excellent question. I don't have any paperwork on the rebuild on it.
We have nothing that says that the motor's been balanced and blueprinted. We
Yeah.
know it's been rebuilt,
Yeah.
and it was rebuilt to original specifications. So chances are it was not balanced and blueprinted. It was just rebuilt to original spec.
I will, however, mention that the Impala, the 427 four-speed Impala that we're giving away, that beautiful 1966, that is balanced and blueprinted.
Yeah, we have all the paperwork on that car. Yeah.
On that car. So that one definitely has it. Next question, please.
That's it, right now for questions.
Well, there you go. Want to remind everybody the very first 69 Hurst Olds, you're looking at it right here. Number one of 906, 905, followed this one in the production line. Historically significant automobile, possibly the most historically significant muscle car we've ever had in the Dream Giveaway garage.
Very true.
There
It's a
you,
piece of history, that's for sure.
there you go. Well, let's wrap it up for today.
All right, folks, remember, go to www.dreamgiveaway.com, get your tickets. You're going to be make that donation to those charities. You're going to be helping out so many people, and you're going to be in it to win it. And don't forget, while you're over there, to go look through the galleries, look at all of the pictures of all the cars we have in here. We've got so many great cars, and of course, we give away a car every month, and we add a car every month. Subaru ended 2 days ago.
Yep.
And we're going to be bringing something on for you here in a few days.
Few days.
And so that'll be the newest Dream Giveaway. I think everybody will be very excited about this one. So, for me and Chris here in the Dream Giveaway garage, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we're going to go for a ride in the Hurst. We'll see you guys later.